from Greece. He is a senior manager in the global department of ATD, and he's going to share with us a very important information that could be great for you, because since I started to attend the ATD events and I started to get involved with ATD, my career just jumped. And I think it's very important for every professional that is in the learning and development area to be part of ATD. And Bas is going to tell us why it is important, and especially he's going to speak a little bit about a conference that we have almost at the hand right now. Welcome and thank you for sharing this with us, Bas. The center is yours.
Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Margarita, for giving me your time and platform to share information we have. I come from ATD, the Association for Talent Development. We've been working with Margarita for numerous years together. She's leading basically our representation in Mexico. Thank you very much for doing that. And I will have a presentation today about our upcoming conference. Tell you a bit who we are with a little presentation in the beginning, and after I'll go on showing you the platform. Now I'll share my screen. Here we go. Can everybody see the screen? Yes.
Yes, it's great. You have already our flag there.
Yeah, that's the least I could do. That's the least I could do. So ATD 21, ATD at home. Now we're all in different stages of COVID. Some of us are in lockdown. Some of us are not in lockdown. Some of us are moving around. Some of us are kind of moving around, but not going to public events out of choice or out of government ordinance. So this year for our conference, we have two options. Either I come physically and it's going to be in Salt Lake City in Utah, or there's the other option of joining virtually. And in this presentation, I want to talk a bit about the virtual option. I see most of the people globally will not be able to travel to the US. So we, of course, shifted everything virtually to offer you the best that we can and an amazing experience virtually. So we've been around for nearly 80 years, 76 to be exact. ATD is the largest organization in the world for talent development training professionals, formerly known as ASTD. ATD stands for the Association for Talent Development. Every year we have many different conferences, but the major conference is the International Conference and Exhibition. At the physical event, we usually attract more than 13,000 people from all over the world, from about 80 countries. And of course, we're very happy to have a contingency, a delegation coming from Mexico. People come together to learn about trends, best practices, discover tools and solutions, and share ideas with their peers from all over the world, networking. This year, as I mentioned, we're offering the conference virtually and physically as well. And you can look at the conference from the comfort of your home or your office, and even make it into a learning event with your colleagues as well, which is something which is happening quite a bit right now. So we have what to expect this year at the conference. We have 3 keynote speakers. I'll go later to tell you who they are. We have 50 live stream sessions, plus 20 exclusive virtual sessions. That's 70 sessions that we're going to be having. We have a virtual marketplace where you can go find your solutions, on-demand access, and you can also network with people from around the world. And this year as well, we have something interesting. All the sessions will be and well, there'll be a CC, a closed caption underneath, where you can have your chosen language, for example, Spanish, and it will be written underneath in Spanish whilst you're viewing the session at your convenience as well. So that's a new
That
one.
is great, Vas, because there's a lot of people that has the feeling that they cannot understand English very well. And this option to have the chance to listen in English and read in Spanish if they need it, it's really great. People can really be sure that they can understand everything that is said. And I'm very, very glad that ATD has this opportunity because that opens a lot of doors.
Yes, and we've also noticed, like for virtual events, people don't necessarily have it casually. Some people will take a subject, a session, and they'll really focus in and take notes. So the closed captioning really helped to stop it and after take your notes down and continue. That's why we've done it as well. Every year we have learning tracks. As everything evolves, we've introduced some new learning tracks. And these learning tracks is basically during the virtual summit. You can choose which subjects are most interesting to you, which tracks. So career development, leadership development, managing the learning function, structural design. I won't go through all of them. We have some new ones here like training and delivery facilitation, learning sciences, and learning technologies. I think I'll be quite, the tracks really follow this year. Our three keynote speakers are Angela Duckworth, she's a founder and CEO of Character Lab, Patrick Leoncini, president of the Table Group and best-selling author, and the CNN commentator Mel Robbins. And all of these keynote speakers will be live, but of course they're going to be available at any time zone to watch whenever you want after 4 hours. So anything which is live, you have to wait 4 hours and you can watch it at your own ease as well. And I'll go to more details. That's pretty exciting what we've done with technology now. Of course, we have the other heavy hitters speakers, Bob Pike, Jack Phillips, Carl Kapp, to name a few, Wendy Patrick. I'm sure, Margarita, you have met them or know most of them here. Yes.
Yes, they are great. They are great, and I had the chance to be with some of them chatting in different years that I was in the conference. It was great.
And there's also going to be a way, I'm going to show you later, how you can actually interact with the speakers directly from your office or from your home. So we have more than 50 live streamed sessions from Salt Lake City that we handpicked by the ATD staff, and 20 other sessions which are 100% virtual. The conference programs are from 8:30 a.m. to 11 p.m., which for the Mexican market's really great because they don't really have to wait. They can watch a lot of the sessions live directly from their office or from their home. And all of the sessions will be available to watch on demand after the sessions end. As I said, there'll be caption subtitles will be available. Translation is provided by YouTube's built-in translator. This includes interpretation from any language, but of course, we're talking about Spanish here, which is going to be the most important. Now, people travel to a conference for different reasons. Either they travel in delegation to go together and learn together, but also visit the city. People will travel to an exhibition to listen to the sessions, but people also travel to network. We made sure that there's going to be the networking opportunity at the virtual summit as well. and that it's not going to be audience only, that you can actually network with your peers from all over the world. So we're going to have, you can search attendees based on their name, job title, or company, like if you want to reach out to a specific company that you want to work with. We have different topics. You can come to roundtables and start networking. We have the Peloton, which is a bike, the morning sessions that you can join on your Peloton at home. Again, you can do that from Mexico, of course. And we have roundtables for different services. There's a virtual marketplace. A lot of people come to a conference for another reason, and that is to find solutions, Margarita. They come there to find vendors for specific problems, and that can still be done at the exhibition and on the marketplace. Now let's go to some hot topics that Wei and myself have highlighted. Virtual learning. I think it's a pretty hot topic right now, obviously. A lot of companies are trying to, if they haven't already transitioned, they're transitioning, or they have transitioned and now they want to really iron out everything. So we chose some subjects that might be interesting from Facebook, from Case Laborie, and from Sardek Love, one of the greatest speakers that I know, about the whole virtual learning.
You know that Sadiq was here in Mexico. Yes. A couple of times. He's one person that we already know. Also, some years ago, I brought some people from Facebook, and those presentations and the interaction with the audience was great. They learned a lot from those people. Then I'm very sure. And Cassie, I really love her sessions. She is really a great speaker. I had the chance to share with her one of the groups that we selected, precisely the people that was going to be speakers in ATD for a couple of years. And she is wonderful. Also, Cindy, every time that I had the chance to listen to her, she is giving us a lot of information about how to do the job we do. And they are very simple, but and very concrete, but really they increase a lot the quality and the professionalism of your session. The four of them are great. I really love the way you choose the people that is going to be part of these speakers, because they are great, all of them.
Yes, this is the highlight. Of course, everybody is very good, because just in case anybody doesn't know, there's a selection committee for our speakers, and it takes a long time until we choose the speakers to come and speak at our conference. Digital transformation, Margarita, is another subject which is very hot right now. We got Carl Kack. Of course, he's quite known in the industry. Then we got Take E-Learning to the next level with some great speakers, including Carla Torgerson, which actually spoken for some of the events that I've done in Europe. Then we have the collaboration with the chatbot for digital transformation. Now, perhaps you might not know, these are great speakers. Chan Lee, he's a professor at Seoul National University, and Sung Kyung Cho, really, really great. This is coming from a very high-tech Asian, Korean perspective. And we go Crystal Kadakia.
Carl also was here working a lot with the Azteca group, that is a very big and important. I think he was working with them for, if I'm not wrong, about 2 years, helping them to develop part of their internal university and doing a lot of things that were very, very interesting to increase the performance of the Azteca Group employees.
So as a consultancy.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Then change management, which is still very important, even more now for many companies. Bob Pike, I have to present you Bob Pike speaking. Then we have some of the other speakers, for example, how to rewire the thinking in times of uncertainty. That's with my friend Dr. Andre Vandermeulen, harnessing change with Megan Torrance, and disrupting design with John Thompson, Mary Slaughter, and Janet Ann from Mind Gym. Bob Pike, I'm sure, is the person that is pretty much one of the gurus in the industry as well, of course. And then leadership development.
We know a lot about Bob Pike, and Andre also was here in.
Yes, of course he was. He came with Sardec. He
Delegation.
came with Sardec Lab, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Great.
Yes. Absolutely. And then leadership development, we got Ken Blanchard from the Blanchard Company and Scott Blanchard, of course. Then we have Tracy Byam. She's Amplify How Women Leaders Ignite Their Impact. Then Dan Pontefract, Empathy, the Hidden Treasure of More Meaningful Leadership. And Jack Zanger, What If We Practice Evidence-Based Leadership Development. So these are new concepts of leaderships which are really coming into the corporate world, and especially the empathy side. During COVID times, it has been highlighted, where how the management deal with, or everybody deals with, this strenuous times, of course. And
it's difficult, but we're trying to do the best. And Michael Allen is a legend here, and also the Kirkpatricks. Unfortunately, we don't have here the best of the best, but he already passed away, and his son and his daughter are doing great job continuing with his legacy.
Absolutely. Also JD Dillon, I've dealt with him as well. Fantastic. Shattering the way L&D thinks about measurement. He's spoken to some of my other events. I've also spoken to him personally. And Laurent Balade, he's a CEO for Materis, French speaker here. And then we're going to go to career development. Some of the sessions we've highlighted. I think a really great one is the Weatherproof Your Consulting Business. Honest advice from seasoned consultants. We have people that you might know like Rita Bailey, Patty Phillips, of course, Cindy Huggett, Bill Treasurer from the CEO of Giant Leap, and Maureen O'Reilly. And then we have Tyron Holmes from Why You Should Care About Unconscious Bias. And then one of them I think is going to be one of the most popular sessions is Why Personal Branding is the Key to Engaging Your Talent by William Aruda.
And here we have very well-known people for the Mexican market, because Patty Phillips have been working for years here. Rita Bailey was in one of our conference here in Mexico. Bill Treasurer is well known, and Maureen O'Reilly also was here once about 10 years ago. Then all those people are well known, and I'm sure that they're going to give us a lot of new information that it's going to be great.
Yes, absolutely. So we have an international delegation from Mexico. Margarita is the delegation leader. So you can contact her for a delegation code. And this is just some, the member rate is $300. So if you're an ATD member, it will be $383. Now this is for 70 sessions, so just to remind you. And if you're a non-member, it's $470 around. And we're selling a membership for $189 instead of $220, $230. These are all discounted prices. No, I want to also tell everybody that the Sessions Margarita will be available until December the 3rd.
Perfect. That's great. And you know that to open the door to every ATD resource, it's the membership. It's very important to be part of the association. And if you just put the price of the membership with all the benefits you can have, it's very important to do that, because there's no way that you can access to so many tools, books, information, conferences, everything. It pays itself. And it's very important to let people know that this is the key to open your doors. And if you just see, I don't know if you can go back to the presentation, if you can see the price of the membership, that it's $189, and just see the member rate, you are already having $80 down if you just go to the membership with the member rate. And believe me, in less than a month or two, you're going to have benefits for much more than those 189 membership. Then it's important to be part of that. It's important to just get in, to jump to these benefits, because you're going to have a lot of different things that are going to make your career just jump around and have everything that you wanted. You're going to see that your salary goes up. You're going to see that everything comes better, that you are a better professional, that you can do your job more easily. It's a lot of things that you can really get when you are doing this. And I really invite you to be part of the membership of ATD and to get to this conference, because you're not going to be disappointed. Let's continue back. Sorry for the
No, absolutely. Thank you. So once you've registered, once you registered, you can register directly online on a register page, or you can contact us. We can invoice you as well. There's two ways to do it. It's very simple. Once you registered, you go on the platform for the virtual, the visitors, the ATD at home. And as you can see, it says in Salt Lake City right here. Here are keynote speakers. This is the landing page. Let's go to the agenda, Margarita.
Perfect.
So this is the agenda. Let's take it from Monday, for example. So we're starting from Thursday, but let's take it from Monday, where we have most speakers there, of course. You will see, so this is in my time. I'm in the other part of the world, Eastern European time, but for people in Mexico, it's been nearly the same. It's going to be the same time, if I'm not mistaken, as Utah. So you can watch everything virtually from your office, or, as I said, wherever you see this session will be recorded. If you can see this here, that means that you don't have to watch it immediately, because there's too much stuff happening. Just add it, plus the plus sign here, add the sessions, and then you can watch it after 4 hours or until December the 3rd, right? So you can create your own library according to the tracks that you want and keep it, and after we'll watch it later. And for example, right here, you've got the general session from Angela Duckworth, which you can add it as well. And if you don't want to watch it, maybe you're too busy, you got a morning meeting, you can watch it around, 3 to 5 when you're just doing some work. have it there and can watch a session. Or, as I said, a lot of people are doing is they're getting their companies to watch it together in the meeting room. And then I'll go to my agenda.
Before you move a little bit more, let me review if I had this clear. If I can just get and jump, for example, here, this conference, it says that it's at 12 a.m. East, or this is European.
That's an Eastern Europe time.
Okay, Eastern Europe. Okay, then if it, well, let's suppose that it's Easter time.
Yes,
that from Mexico City will be, for example, an hour later. It will be at 1 o'clock, let's say. Then I can watch this conference at that time, but if not, I can just mark it and then go and watch it 4 hours later, or at the time I want, but I had to wait 4 hours to have the chance to watch it in my free time or whatever. Then that means that I don't have to stop my job and watch it whenever I can until December the 3rd. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely, Margarita, absolutely.
Thank you.
So yes, so this is the beauty of a virtual. It's so what you're doing, you're just buying a lot of sessions, right? And you can watch it at your own pace. So we're trying to offer the most we can to people watching at home. So what I've done is I've highlighted the sessions that I want to watch, for example, as an example, and I can watch them whenever I want. Well, now some sessions will be directly virtual. It says virtual, you can watch it. Click on it and watch it directly. Now, let's go to the general sessions. These are our famous keynotes. So this is where you can find all the keynotes under general sessions. Then the super sessions. If you came, of course, to the physical conference, that would be the big rooms where you would have the speakers. And again, you can find information you want from the speaker. You can actually interact, Margarita, with speakers as well. Have a chat.
That's fantastic.
Yes, actually, you know most of the speakers, so you can actually interact with them and say hi. And then you can also choose according to your learning track. So, if, for example, I want to learn and watch sessions about management, it will take me directly and show me the sessions which have to do with management. And if I like, for example, creating a culture of accountability and not blame, boom, I'll put it and it will go into my agenda. And then the people, as I said, people travel to conference to learn, to be together, but also to shop and to network. So we're going to have a lot of networking opportunities here that you can join with different topics like roundtable, networking roundtable, avoiding burnout. And here you can join this roundtable and join your colleagues from around the world and have a conversation here. We'll take you to Zoom and you can have a conversation here about this topic. People.
Fantastic.
Speakers. So we want to say hi. Oops. We want to say hi to Britt, Andrietta.
Yes.
So you can want to meet her. You can schedule a meeting. You know, as we move to a list, you can send her a message. You can schedule a meeting. So you know, we can't guarantee that the schedule is going to be open to all the people joining, but there's the possibility to reach out to the speakers, and you can also No, look for the speakers through here and check what they're going to be speaking on. You can search for them right here. Then there's the attendees as well. So you can actually search for the attendees by pressing.
Let me tell you that the most important source for me to find speakers that came to share their knowledge or skills in Mexico was the ATD events. And I approached them just like you saw, we saw with you right now. And I just make the invitation, and most of them say yes. It was really something important, and this chance to sit and chat with them, it's really great, and it's something that you cannot see in some other conferences or some other things. Here, people is just available in your hands, and this is very, very important.
And you would go to their session, and after their session, you just go and approach them and say, "Can I speak to you in 5 minutes?" Then you would start the conversation, correct?
Sometimes I did it. Some other times I just get to them personally and ask them if they will be interested to come to Mexico and share the world. And they said yes, and it was very interesting, and we just start making the arrangements, and everything was right. And I think it's just what happened, for example, with Car Camp. The person that I took from the Azteca group, he just approached him and told him that they were interested to start working with him, and he started coming to as a consultant to the group and make a great job. And it's just a source for everyone or every company to find consultants or to find people that is really interested to share their knowledge in Mexico. Then it's interesting, this.
Absolutely. You can also look for people that you might know are going. For example, I searched here for Wei Wong, and there she is. And I know what she's interested in following. And you want to send a message. You can send her a message, and also you can even have a meeting, schedule a meeting here. And you can choose a date to see when she's available. And then it goes directly to Zoom. You can just have a conversation once everything is done. So this is for the people. And then you go to the virtual lounge. Now, at the global village and the physical event, where a big board where people come and stick on stuff. This is basically it, right?
It's great that you can find a way to continue with a global village virtually.
Yes,
I can imagine that. It's interesting.
Yes, well, you can come and hear and say how great you are, or who you want to speak to, or anything else. There's an information desk. This is like anywhere else. Concierge service to ask for any questions. Attendee resources, for example, ATD Career Center and some other calendar calling pages and other information. And this is the big map that we used to have. And you could stick a pin where you're from, and there you go. There's one person here. That's me here. I'm somewhere here. On the other side of the world, people will go and say where they're from. And we have some games as well, of course. Now, people also come for the exhibition to find solutions to their, to go shopping, perhaps. So here you can visit the exhibitors and the sponsors. For example, I want to go to the Kaplan group. I just click on them. They're actually speaking as well. So of course, some of our sponsors are speaking. You can see what they've got to say. And you can also say hi to these people. There's emails here as well. So there's different possibilities and solutions to network or to find exhibitors and sponsors here. This is the exhibitors, the full list.
That's also something that some people from Mexico used to approach. And I found people, for example, that now they are the representatives of some of these companies in Mexico because they approached to them from an ATD event. And some others, for example, wanted to make some kind of agreement of buying things or doing things. Some of them also asked me help to be part of their meeting if they thought that their English was not enough to deal with the agreement. And I was there sitting, just listening and making some kind of translation when needed. And there was a lot of business that closed during these events in the expo. It's something that people really can take aware of that and use it if they want. It's very important.
Absolutely. And actually we had a couple Mexican people who in previous years we actually used to have Mexicans coming just for the exhibitors as well, Margarita, just to go do business there. So
yes.
This is basically a wrap up of the of the platform. You can edit your profile. This is a generic profile. This is for our global team. And that is it from the platform side. So I hope everybody gets excited. We would love to have a contingency from Mexico. I know it's tough times right now, but we would love to get people from Mexico to join our virtually at our conference. And until next year, where we hope we can be meeting face-to-face in Orlando.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Hopefully things are going to be different.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And tell me something, Beth. In Orlando, it's going to be as always in May, or you're going to remain with this calendar?
I wish I had a crystal ball.
Okay.
Things change so much. I think week on week right now. Okay. But in theory, it should be May. In theory, it should be May. But I can't commit to that.
Okay. Then we don't have the date already, but yeah. It's going to be in Orlando. Okay.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, yes. And hopefully I can travel to Mexico when we're allowed to travel and see you face to face. And you can show me around Mexico City. I can say thank you for all your assistance directly to your face.
It will be our pleasure. You know that always ATD is bringing good news, good resources, good tools. Then Mexican doors are open to ATD people because you're always giving us the chance to be better. And we appreciate that very much.
And thank you again, Margarita, for your support. You're our spokesperson in Mexico. Thank you very much.
You know, I'm your fan because it's not just because I like ATD. It's because that I'm an example of how much you can be better. You can improve your professional behavior, your professional performance if you are part of this organization. That is not happening with all of them because I try with some of them. but for ATD is for sure that you're going to have a lot of things that can be helpful as from the
And
professional
you don't
point of
have to
view.
be a you don't have to be you don't have to be a super senior person, right? People, it's really good if you're an accidental trainer. If you just happen to become an accidental trainer, and you start picking up the skills, and then you go up, and it's and not only, and even if if you're an engineer that just happens to train people, these are great tools for you as well.
Not just that, let me tell you that a part of the Mexican delegations have been people that they are just appointed to the training and development area. They don't have any idea of what it is. They don't have any idea of what to do with that new job for them. And they just realize what is it. They just started to know how to find information, how to deal with people here in Mexico and in other parts of the world, because also the delegation permits you to find people in your own country that can help you, and they start to build a community in the country and outside the country that can help you to develop your own career. Then that's very important. And I have people that started with me in 2003 and still remains there because they have been finding a lot of things. And these could be people with a lot of expertise and knowledge, doctors and everything that had been part of it. But also there's a lot of new people in the area, new people in the field that just didn't know anything before their first conference or before they just approached to me, and I started to tell them and show them what they can do. Some of them knew ATD from the events we made in Mexico, but some others knew it from the events in US, or even virtually. They never had the chance to be there because of several things. And that's something that I really want to make a point here. If you never had the chance to be in a conference because, for example, you had problems to get the visa, or if you had problems to travel, or you didn't have the resources to travel, in this time you have almost everything. Without those things, you didn't have to travel, you didn't have to have a visa, you didn't have you don't need to have all those things. It's really cheaper because you don't have to expend a lot of money in traveling and a lot of time in doing that.
Hotels, yes, visa, yes, of course.
You just are there and attend the conference and just have the benefits of it. And I was just making some numbers, and if you make them, it's a little bit more than $500 to be part of the membership and the conference.
Okay.
And if you divide that for the 70 people that you can hear and the 70 messages that you are going to get, let's it's about 150 pesos that you are paying for every conference. That's really something that I think everyone can afford. And something else that I want to say is that some people just want their own companies to pay for their own benefits. That's something very nice if possible. And when it's necessary, there's no other chance to do it. But you have to invest in yourselves. Invest your time, and sometimes invest your money to be better. And it's important for you because sometimes companies are not very aware of the need to prepare better their people in human resources areas or in training and development areas. And believe me, in your hands, if you're part of human resources or if you're part of training and development, or if you are the owner of a medium-sized or small company, if you don't invest in your own development, your company is not going to be improving because you're just going to be very good technically, but you're not going to be able to have better people, better results, better income, better anything, because you're just focusing on some technical things related with your business. That doesn't mean that you don't have to be very good technically. You have to, but also you have to work in your people. You have to develop your people, and to do that and do it with the same or better things, tools, knowledge, skills you need to prepare your human resources people. You need to be prepared if you are part of human resources. And if you want to market yourself, you have to do something for you in order to be better, in order to have more to offer. And the only way to do it, if you are a professional in training and development, is from ATD, because some other options are much more expensive and also not so easily available. And I invite you to think about it and to really take that as a good opportunity to taste it. And don't believe me, just try it and take your own decisions.
Yes, and very well put. And yes, it's upskilling is very important, and it's not just a trendy word. It's a matter of survival right now. And this conference also allows you to upskill your talent, to see what the leaders in the marketplace are talking and how are they talking and what are they talking about. You know, watch and get information, get up to the point where you know what's happening around you, to have a competitive edge as well from a development point of view. So it's not only about going to the nitty-gritty of talent development, it's also learning from the business world what's happening right now, so you can self-improve yourself and be more competitive and upskill yourself. This is what we always say as well. So I think that's another important reason why to come.
Okay, Bas. This was very interesting.
Thank you.
Just know about ATD and know about this conference. Let me tell you that for some of you, these names, especially Angela and Mel Robbins, will not be something that you said, wow, I don't know who they are. Patrick Lencioni is a little bit more known, but these two ladies are not very well known, maybe in our circles. But if you just go deep and find their histories, it's just amazing. And they had a lot of to share with the audience, and I'm sure that you're not going to be disappointed at all when you listen to their conferences here in this event. Don't miss it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Perdón que no yo puedo hablar español, pero mi español no está de la calidad para una presentación profesional.
You speak very well, Bas. Your Spanish is great.
Thank you, Giuseppe. Thank you. I just might be shy. Thank you very much, and hopefully to see you very soon, face to face as well.
And for all of you that wanted to be there, that want to be interested, just get in touch with me. I can give you the code of the Mexican delegation, and also we can speak a little bit more about these, your own concerns, and I can help you decide what you want, and if that's something that you can just get something in benefit from you. Have a great day. Thank you, Bas, for all your time and information.
Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
And have a wonderful day.
The recording has stopped.
Very good.
Okay, Bas. How do you feel?
That was great. Fantastic. That was very good. And yeah, we're getting quite busy right now to the final couple weeks there. I'm going to be going to the U.S. because I still have a green card. And so I'll be going physically to help way out.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes,
so if there's anything that we can help you as well, please let me know. Any other questions like this? And I believe you're speaking to Wade tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, right? You got the interview?
I just interviewed her last week.
Oh, last week? I thought it was tomorrow. Oh,
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I did it, and her interview was also going to be posted. Then she's going to they will have the two messages. Her interview was for a program that is called Global Leaders. And in that case, we want people that have their own experience as a leader in the global world. And her story was interesting because, you know, she came from China. She went to U.S. to study. And in between the options, she has to make the internship. She decided to go to ATD. I met her when she just arrived to ATD, and she
Did
just
you meet her at the
like,
conference? Or did you meet her at the head office? Did you meet her at the conference or the head office?
No. I was part of in that time. Erum Khan, a girl from Palestine. Well, she's from U.S., but her parents are from Palestine. She was the director of Global, and they wanted to. They started to go around the globe because before this, ATD was just U.S. and the membership was from everyone, but they didn't have anything. And they started to recruit people like me or like people from other places to make this kind of it was called not a delegation. It was not called, because delegations are just for the conference, but it was called like they wanted to make a net in different countries, and every country was a spot. And they made one in China, they made one in Mexico, in Japan, and in different parts of the world. And I had the honor to be the starting point in Mexico. And they just tried to deal with the training and development associations in different parts of the world, and tried to make agreements with the associations in order to add to ATD. And this girl, Erin, just went out from ATD with about, I think it was 40 different countries as part of it. But in the meantime, they discovered that China was very, very in favor of be part of ATD. And they decided to start working more with the China market. Then they recruit Wei in order to help them to understand better the culture in China and to be the translator and to be whatever was needed to open the China market. And Wei just at the beginning was directed by Erin. She is a very, very smart lady, and she is very polite and also very good to read people and to make negotiations with people. She's really amazing on that. If you see her, how she deals with things, it's something that you learn a lot because she has a touch to do whatever it's needed. She observes a lot, listens a lot, and when she starts speaking, she has the perfect answer to a win-win negotiation, and everything goes smoothly. And that's why she was so successful. But then she went out from ATD, and it started to be a lot of people just coming in and out of that position. And in the meantime, Wei was continue working with a relationship with China, and that flourished. And that just stay there, and everything was okay for that. And later on, after 3 or 4 people directing the department, it was that there was a lot of problems between these spots that they created.
Yes.
And let me tell you that it was so much structure that they even give us presentation cards. They make a page for each country. They make a lot of things. They made politics about what we can share and what we can't. There was a lot of work at that time. But because of the internal problems that started to come out in different countries, they decided to stop everything.
Yes. Tony did share that to me. Why their decision? There were people with misrepresentation of the brand, of course.
Yes,
it's very hard to manage so many countries.
And then just some of us that were part of that continue working with it, and we continue going to the conferences, and we started making the delegations and things like that. And after some years, I think it was about 5 or 6 years, they decided to appoint Wei as the person that started dealing with it. And she started to build again the team and build again all the information that was behind these. And then she just started with Jan Cook and with Inigo, and
which Inigo then Vivek as well. And then Inigo went to Sherm, and then he left Sherm as well. Yes.
Yes, then came Vivek, and Vivek, Inigo, and Jan Cook remained many years together, and they work really well. And after that, they started going out. And now here you are.
Well, no,
trying to do a lot of it.
I actually worked with Young Cook and Vivek for
I
5
know,
years.
I know.
Yeah. I came after Inigo left. I came, and obviously I was given Europe and the Middle East because I had lived in different parts of the world. And right now, I think times are tough, so I don't think we're going to be hiring anybody for Latin America quite yet. They're going to hire somebody for Asia because of just the culture, linguistic. You know, you need it for Korea and Japan. It's like culturally and linguistically, it's another planet.
And I know the Latin American market is not so big, and
no,
I know
it's
that
not as big. Yeah, it's not.
It's big. But we don't have the resources, financial resources, especially.
It's financial.
It's
financial. It's also maturity. It's same as some parts of Europe. It's financial and maturity combined, right? You will have some major corporations in Latin America, major players, and the consultants that work with the major players, right? So the corporations and the consultants that work together. So it's a mountain peak, and then boom, an empty. So
and